I think this story epitomizes babies for benefits. I have never seen something so crazy. This story is super short, but I want to dive into this because these people were taking advantage of the system. I think there were a lot of warning signs that were missed or ignored. But take a look at this compound of a place. And these individuals that you guys see are just not good people at all. Let me give you a disclaimer before we get into the details. Let's get it. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And my favorite source for news is lawandcrime.com, so shout out to them. California is taking an L for this one. So California authorities have investigated a child abuse case, and they were stunned when they came to a home of the alleged crime and discovered more than a dozen other kids that they didn't know anything about. Now, officers with the Arcadia Police Department responded on May the 7th to a local hospital after a 2-month-old infant was admitted with a traumatic brain injury and intracranial bleeding, a press release obtained by Law and Crime said. So police went to the home of the parents, 65, and I don't know, look, these people, I don't know. Look, whatever, who's who, I don't know. I can't tell who's a man, who's a woman, I don't know. These are just the people that were involved. 65-year-old Guo Jun Zaun, 38-year-old Sylvia Zhang, and in the 600 block of West Camino Real Avenue, I guess. Arcadia is in northeast Los Angeles County, bordering the Angeles National Forest. So police found 15 children in the home, along with several nannies. The Department of Children and Family Services also responded to the home and placed those kids in foster care. 6 other kids living elsewhere but associated with the couple were placed into foster care according to police. So you're talking about a total of about 20 to 21 child human beings. Oh. Detectives obtained surveillance footage of a nanny, 56-year-old Chung Lee. I can't pronounce her name. Something, I don't know, something Asian-y, I don't know. Allegedly violently shaking and striking the infant 2 days before the parents took her to the hospital. By that time, the baby had suffered an onset of seizures, according to police. That would be consistent with shaking a baby too hard. That's brain injury. Police said that the parents failed to seek timely medical attention of the baby and arrested them for felony child endangerment and neglect. On Tuesday, reported that Zhuang and Zhang, I guess, what is that? Zhuang and Zhang, run an agency called Mark Surrogacy that pairs couples wanting a child with a surrogate mother. I have never heard of no shit like that. Is that common? I've never heard of that. Maybe it exists. I don't know. A surrogacy agency that pairs couples wanting a child with a surrogate mother. The surrogates were told that the baby would be going to a couple struggling to have a second baby, but it appears that numerous women were all surrogates to the same couple. Numerous women were all surrogates to the same couple. Police are continuing to investigate. Arcadia Police Lieutenant Colin something told Law and Crime their investigative focus is now on the child abuse case from May, which is the little baby that had cranial damage. The child remains in the hospital in stable condition, he said, adding that police will work with the FBI and child services to determine if any other charges are appropriate. Now, KTLA reports that most of the kids who were taken into foster care were babies and toddlers, but some were as old as 13 years old. Yeah, I think it's a trafficking case. Absolutely. Absolutely. How many of y'all agree? Thank you for typing that in there. Child trafficking, Jessica said it, and Glitter said it. I agree. I think that's what this is. Hashtag babies for benefits. Zhang issued a statement to KTLA. Any accusations of wrongdoing are misguided and wrong. Let me not do that. That's racist. Let me not do that. We look forward to vindicating any such claims at the appropriate time when and if any actions are brought, she said. Kaylee Fell, executive director of a nonprofit center for bioethic and culture network, is working with one of the surrogate mothers, according to local NBC affiliate KNBC. It was her first time being a surrogate mother, Fell told the TV station. The baby that she birthed, she is trying to get custody now. She was told by the intended parents that she was their only surrogate mother, that they had one child. But the investigation into whether Zhuang and Zhang did anything illegal by having multiple surrogate mothers is likely to be muddled. There are no laws against hiring multiple surrogate mothers at a time, but as we can see, this case highlights inherent dangers of commercial surrogacy. The mother spoke with Kayla Pena, started a GoFundMe in hopes of gaining custody of the child she birthed in March. Let me see if I have that GoFundMe up here. I do not. And I'm pretty sure I didn't take a screenshot of it. So give me a second. Let me pull that GoFundMe up here so you guys can take a look at that. So this is the GoFundMe page. And I guess they're doing moving pictures now. Yeah. Help Kayla secure custody for surrogate baby. I guess I can read it. It's kind of short. I'm reaching out with a heartfelt request for support as I seek legal placement of the baby girl I delivered as a surrogate. Due to unexpected circumstances, baby girl, along with many others, have been placed in foster care. This little one deserves stability, love, and a safe home. I'm prepared and deeply committed to providing that for her, but the legal process to secure placement is complex and costly. Your support will cover legal fees and necessary expenses to ensure she stays in a nurturing environment rather than staying in foster care. Any contribution, no matter the size, makes a meaningful difference. Thank you for standing with us during this critical time, surrogate mama. She's asking for $10,000. She's collected $7,300. So with surrogate parents, don't they usually get paid to pump out babies for the people? Or am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? That's what I was going to say earlier. It's kind of racist. Not really, but kind of. Am I wrong for saying that? Am I wrong for saying that I believe that surrogate mothers usually get a payment, a stipend or something, or do they not get nothing? I don't know. I really don't know. But this whole situation is crazy. It got to go fund me up here. So let's go ahead and get to the news videos. I want y'all to take a look at this. I'm glad it hit the news because normally this might have went under the rug.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Somebody in the chat said you can get 40,000 or more? Tens, thousands? What? I didn't know that. It said, yes, you're supposed to get paid. What? So she got paid to pump this baby out, and now she's gonna get paid to put up a GoFundMe on top of that? And these fools paid it. Wow, man. Yo, I need the AFC to come together and y'all send me $10,000. Send me $40,000. Somebody, if y'all got it like that, if y'all got some funds like that, or maybe y'all could do it $1 at a time. I could do a whole lot with $40,000, and I can guarantee you I ain't gonna put up no damn GoFundMe. This is sick. But y'all do me a favor, knock on wood. Maybe I hope I won't never need one. But do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, and please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know nothing about this type of bull crap going on here, but definitely sounds like they have some trafficking stuff going on. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Glitter, you said it. I didn't.
Police are saying that 21 children, many of them born to surrogate mothers, have been taken from a couple here in California and then placed in protective custody. Investigators are saying they stumbled upon the couple's home while investigating a child abuse case involving a 2-month-old baby that was suffering from a traumatic head injury. ABC News' Alex Stone is tracking the story from our Los Angeles bureau. Things that make you shake your head here, Alex. What more do we know about this case and the children, the number of children here? Stunning.
Yeah, and this has a lot of people wanting to know what was going on in that home. Now, not necessarily illegal to have 21 surrogate children, but police say it's obviously suspicious and they want to know more. The women say that they were told that their babies were going to a family who had one child, could not have a second child, were having fertility problems, and they thought they were going to a small family, that it was going to be their second child. But apparently we're going to a couple with a 65-year-old father, 38-year-old mother, that they were in the home. They were looking at the child abuse allegation. They went in, found all of these children, and now police and the FBI are trying to figure out, was anything illegal going on in there? Was there child trafficking of some kind? They don't know.
All right, so it's my understanding, Alex, that this couple, they were arrested and released, but now police have issued an arrest warrant for the nanny?
Yeah, they're looking for the nanny right now. The parents of these 21 children, the legal guardians, the legal parents, were arrested and then they were released in the child abuse investigation. This is the nanny right here who they're looking for. She is the one who allegedly actually took part in the child abuse with that young child. Now, most of these children, 17 of them, are under the age of 3. The mother's all the way from Texas to Florida. So it's suspicious. They don't know how far it's going to go, but they want to know, why did they have 21 children? What was going on?
Oh, that's just stunning.
To have 21 children, people should have had 21 questions for this to even get to this point. It's crazy.
Obviously, that begs the question here, Alex, is what is next for these kids?
Well, they're in protective custody right now. I talked to law enforcement a little while ago, and they say they've got to put the pieces together that, I mean, again, is as odd as it seems. They just having 21 of these children is not illegal. So if they conclude the child abuse investigation and it goes back to the nanny and the parents didn't have any wrongdoing, theoretically, the children could go back to the family unless they can prove under child services there's some reason for them not to go back there, unless something illegal is going on beyond the child abuse, unless there is, as some have worried, some kind of child trafficking or a service. We know they have a surrogacy firm that they run out of that home, but was it only for them that they wanted to have all of these children in this massive home? All of that yet to be determined. Federal agents are looking into it. Local police are looking into it as well, trying to figure out what they had going on.
Tonight, new details in an alarming child abuse investigation that led officers to discover 21 young children who lived inside this Southern California home. Many of 65-year-old Guo Junxuan and 38-year-old Sylvia Zhang's children have been born via surrogates, according to Arcadia Police.
I just thought about what you just said in the chat. Somebody said a sweatshop. Ain't that like, these are Chinese people. Not saying all Chinese people are like this. Let me get that straight, because they're not. But you hear about these Chinese factory workers where they got these child labor situations going on. I know that There's some Mexicans, not all either. I always have to preface that do that type of stuff too. Like y'all remember that what was it? Not a cotton farm. What was that farm that they found that ICE went out? Trump sent ICE out there, and the ICE went out there and went to that field and got up all of these kids that were out there, these missing kids, had them out there working like slaves. These people literally probably got that big old house that they live in, probably because they got these kids in there sewing up fake Jordans in the house on child labor. They scamming, they doing something, or selling these kids into the sex trade. They're absolutely doing something. Absolutely.
This was my first experience being a surrogate.
Kayla Ann Elliott thought she was helping a couple have a second child.
What was your reaction when you learned they had 21 children?
I was a little bit hysterical, to say the least. You just don't expect that you're going to hand the baby over to their parents and then all of a sudden find out that there was abuse and neglect going on.
It all unraveled in May after a hospital contacted Arcadia police to investigate the case of a 2-month-old who arrived with head injuries, prompting detectives to pull surveillance videos, cell phones, and hard drives from the home.
We believe that the other children were also subject to physical and emotional abuse, and the nannies were the ones who were committing the physical and emotional abuse. However, the parents were well aware of what was going on.
While police are still searching for the nanny allegedly seen on camera shaking the hospitalized infant, the parents were arrested for felony child endangerment and neglect. They have since been released and have not responded to our requests for comment, as investigators zero in on the agency tied to their address, marked Surrogacy, with the help of the FBI, according to Arcadia Police. Callie Fell is with the Center for Bioethics and Culture Network.
It's not illegal to have 20 children. It's not illegal to hire surrogate mothers. But certainly this should open up our eyes to the fact that we are allowing an industry to just do what it pleases.
Police say all of the children have been placed in protective custody, and while public records show the business license for Mark Surrogacy was recently terminated, a pregnant surrogate tells me the agency continues to contact her.
Been locked all day. That didn't stop the police from getting in, though. It's a house that looks like a castle, but it's under investigation for being a possible factory, a baby factory.
We believe that it extended beyond our city and into possibly other parts of the country and maybe internationally.
Arcadia police stumbled upon this house on Camino Real Avenue while investigating a child abuse case, a 2-month-old suffering a traumatic head injury. After getting a search warrant, detectives seized security cameras from inside the home and made some alarming discoveries.
We discovered numerous children, 15 children to be specific, ranging in ages from 2 months old to 13 years old. Many of the children were birthed through surrogacy, and then the male and female at the residence took legal guardianship of those kids.
6 other kids, investigators say, had been moved to other homes. All 21 of the kids confirmed to be the children of this couple, 65-year-old Guajun Shen and 38-year-old Sylvia Zhang. They were arrested for felony child endangerment but later released. Police have also issued an arrest warrant for their nanny, 56-year-old Chun Mei Lee. Investigators say after looking at the surveillance video, she is the main suspect in the child abuse case.
That sounds like they said Chung Lee. Listen at that again.
Issued an arrest warrant for their nanny, 56-year-old Chun Mei Lee.
Chung Mei Lee. Chung Lee.
Investigators say after looking at the surveillance video, she is the main suspect in the child abuse case and is still on the loose.
The discipline, both verbally and physical, was severe, to the point where, again, it supported the beliefs that child abuse was occurring inside the home.
Well, sources tell us of the 21 children, 17 are 3 years old or younger. So where did all these kids come from? That is what the FBI is trying to figure out. The Bureau refused to comment on the case, but Arcadia police confirmed that their detectives are working with the FBI. Arcadia's investigation, though, determined that the children are the product of a surrogacy operation owned, you guessed it, by Zhang and Shen.
It's horrific. It's disturbing. It's it's damaging emotionally.
Kayla Elliott is one of the surrogate mothers hired by Zhang and Shen. She says they told her they only had one other child. She's now hoping to get custody of the child that she bore for the couple.
These agencies were supposed to trust them and follow their guidance, and come to find out the whole thing was a scam, and the parents own the agency. I mean, that was not disclosed at all beforehand.
Anything goes. And these clinics, these agencies are not regulated by any governing body.
Callie Fell is with the nonprofit Center of Bioethics and Culture, and she's working with Kayla Elliott. Fell says having more than 20 children through surrogates is not illegal, but it raises serious questions as to why people would do that.
That to me smells of trafficking, child trafficking. What are the intentions of having children, that many children at home through these assisted reproductive technologies?
Now, police tell us all 21 children are in DCFS custody. No charges have been filed. The LA County District Attorney's Office is not commenting on this case. Reporting live in Arcadia, Rob Hayes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
I definitely think that they had red flags a long time ago. But again, just these people just taking advantage of a system and taking advantage of kids. I'm sorry, I don't have no sympathy for people like this. That's their mentality. They think that's okay. They'll never learn. That mentality cannot be fixed, can't be broken, it can't be updated. There is no software update for stupidity like that. As far as that mother, I think that's really weird. If she got paid, I don't know if she did or didn't, but if they getting big bucks out of that, then why are people sending money to her GoFundMe on top of that? Which is extremely weird. But this whole situation smells the high hill. I don't know. It's not really technically illegal. How can you really give them prison time unless maybe for the injury to that little baby and you want to call them all complicit in that, then yeah, I can understand. But yeah, they definitely need to investigate and shut this whole damn thing down, okay? But keep those kids in your prayers because that's a lot of babies who were put through who knows what, okay? Thank you.